nutrition, and training. So as you can see right now, he's warming up with 3 plates, getting ready for the heavy resistance to come.
Well, I've said on numerous occasions, I've introduced Oscar and described him as, my mentor, training partner, and coach. Technically, I think for the first time, the audience is getting, a sneak peek opportunity to kind of like, be the fly on the wall in some respect and kind of, get a picture of what that looks like. And this is that opportunity. This is a gym that we, was very interestingly enough, started out at. Oscar trained here as a teenager and moved around and moved on. I too, when I met Oscar, was brought down here and trained here as a teenager, so yeah, worked at the gym, had to mop the floors at one point, and was doing the mirrors at the gym, and ate at the gym, tanned at the gym, trained at the gym. Spent a lot of time as a gym rat at this gym and others. At some point we were able to graduate and get out there to Steve and Bev.
Powerhouse gym. Powerhouse. Yeah, but sometimes it's a long commute, by the time we get there and then traffic coming back. We love to train there more consistent, but it's the drive to and from, takes about 2 or 3 hours off a day, but, it's definitely worth whoever wants to go train.
Absolutely.
Well, I think there's a need for all type of equipment. However, for the type of goal that we're trying to achieve and accomplish, I believe, always taking the most efficient route, nutrition-wise, training-wise, and in developing the chest tissue. Yeah, you have a lot of hammer strength machine and this shiny, fancy new machine made by this other company, but nothing beats the basics. When it comes to squatting for legs, bench pressing or incline pressing for chest, and that's what we focus on. It seems to have been working, so if it's not broken, we don't fix it. So we always strive to maintain with the basic movements and go freaking heavy. And eventually, when you go this heavy, as in 5 plates right now, a lot of the chest is being utilized, the shoulders, the triceps, and just stabilizing the weight as it goes up and down, which you really can't do if you do it in hammer strength. So there's it's harder. It's harder to squat free weight. It's easier to do it in assist machine and leg presses. So that's why you don't see a lot of people squatting 4 or 5 plates with 20 reps when they can do it in a Smith machine. It's a lot easier, but we're not trying to make it easier. I'm trying to make it harder. Whenever you make an exercise harder, you make it better, because the muscle has to work that much more hard to bring the weight up, and therefore breaks it down, and through nutrition and rest builds it up stronger than ever.
I believe in listening to my guru / coach / mentor / training partner. Yeah, I just believe in getting it all done in a way that it possibly can be done.
Are you Ronnie Coleman? No, do I believe in strip sets? Yeah, at times, we do that. The other times that we do rest pause. Whatever it takes to get the job done. Intensity could be described in many different ways. This is one way to make it intense and to fatigue the chest muscle before we move over to inclines. But there are times that we go to 5 plates and we rest pause, do another 2 reps rest pause. Eventually you get 10 or 12 reps with that, and it's just fried. So it depends. Sometimes we do strip sets, and sometimes we do something else. There's no right one way to skin a cat. There's no wrong one way to develop the physique. You find instinctively what works best for you, and you stay with that regardless if the whole world's against you. You do it, and if you believe it and you see results, you stay with it.
I don't want to bore the fans out there with the facts of the matter is a lot of times it's just not as awesome, I guess, in actual application as it may sound in theory. Reality is I eat pounds and pounds of meat a day. That's the fact. Sometimes we're cycling up right now. Chances are before we get to the event, we may be just doing another experience of, we've done as much as 9 or 10 pounds of fish and steak, going into it. I know some guys can't do that, some people may believe that's impossible to do. I don't want to set limits for other people, and a lot of times when we talk specifically about what you do, you can help other people set limitations on what they can, so